Wow. Okay. We're online. Guys, I just have to tell you what happened today. Well, first of all, let me tell you, nothing terrible has happened. But it's, what time is it now? I don't know, 6 o'clock or maybe 5 o'clock. And we've been driving around looking for somewhere to basically camp overnight. Or not just camp overnight, actually, because we know where to camp overnight. That's not a problem. But wild camping, yeah. We just wanted to get out and, you know, let the dogs out, just open up the van, put the chairs out, have something to eat, cook something to eat, maybe even have a little fire. And yes, you are allowed to do that in Ireland. Well, anyway, I've researched it, but no, not done here in Balbriggan.
No, it's not Balbriggan, it's around the back of it.
Well, actually, not Balbriggan,
Town.
yeah, Garystown, yeah, Garystown. That's where we were.
That area.
So, we went there. I don't know. How do you guys find out where to actually camp? I know we've got an app, Park for something. I don't know what it's called. It's a camping thing anyway. But there's no places on that app around here. People haven't really been here, I guess. But so we just explored it ourselves, and we went into the.
Now we know why there's none on there.
Yeah, we went to the back. We went to the inland, you know, because Balbriggan is by the coast. Sorry, I'm totally like, exhausted. Nice glass of wine. Everything got a bit better, smoother. But we went there to just. Oh, alcohol-free, yeah. We've even got alcohol-free beer. Now, looking for a place to wild camp. AI told us we could do that there. There was even gave us the coordinates, but we asked for that later afterwards. Silly, yeah. But we stopped the van, and I was looking on the phone, and it was the back roads, the countryside, but it was
Really
still,
back roads.
yeah, back roads, but it was public land. My God, I'm so tired. Anyway, and I was looking on the phone, and then this guy came up. You know, I didn't see him because I was busy on the phone. I was standing outside. Neil was standing outside as well. We've just been out. Neil was sitting in the van, but we've just been out with the dogs because it's hot. So we let the dogs out for a walk on the lead. Gave him some water. He went back in the van. I went and stood by the door and checked Google Maps. And then this idiot comes up, sorry, but he comes up and says, hello, hello, hello. And Neil's like, hello, after the first time when he said hello. He went like, hello. And you could literally see him, yeah. And he still went, hello, hello. Like looking at you, right? Looking at him and going, hello, hello. So
hello.
Totally, like he approached us in a total, like an aggressive manner, you know. But anyway, confrontational, yeah. And Neil just stayed calm, you know, and said basically, yeah, we're lost, which we were. We've been driving around there, you know, not just there, but we've been driving around for hours. And he went, well, where are you trying to get to? And Neil was like, oh, because we didn't really know. There was just coordinates, really, you know, or we didn't really know what the place was called. So we just said Balbriggan. That came into in Neil's mind, and oh, it's not that difficult to find Balbriggan. And then he told us where it was, and I guess he expected us to then leave. And I thought to myself, no, I'm not leaving. So I just stayed by the van and kept looking at Google. Yeah, hold on, I have to get up. Oh, and yeah, and then he pissed off at some point, which was really good for him because I was getting really angry. But yeah, so we've actually found out that it's much nicer where we are from. Sorry guys, anyone living down there, but
Well, for wild camping.
wild camping, yeah,
If you've
because
got a
you know
house here, it's beautiful.
where we're
Like
from in
lakes.
Leitrim, you have like lots of lakes,
Yeah.
and you can park at the
Loads of car
lake,
parks.
and you can stay there overnight. You can have a fire there,
Yeah, it's brilliant.
and people are actually really nice there as well. And yeah, they may be nosy, of course. They want to know who's there, obviously, you know, because it's the neighborhood. But even though it's the countryside, it's nothing but fields. But still,
But
you know.
the thing is, if you're in like by a lake, they're actually organised. They have car parks there around the lakes. So if you're parked in a car park, if anybody no one will come by because there's no houses there. But if you're in there and people see you, then they will know that you're camping there or something. So they don't say anything. They leave you alone.
Anyway, guys, that's our little dinner for tonight.
Sandwich.
Sandwich, and I'm gonna make some minced meat later. But first, I need a glass of wine after this. So yeah, it was just really a downer on the whole thing. We're gonna go to the beach later because we know where we can park at the beach. I'm gonna take the dogs out for a walk, and we know where we're gonna stay tonight. We've got a nice little spot as well. So finding a spot to park and sleep overnight is not a problem, is it, Neil?
No.
I mean, there's loads of places where you can do that.
No. Yeah.
But it's just if you want a wild camp, basically, you know, during the day, especially when you've got dogs and it's hot, you don't want to leave them in the van, obviously.
No, you've got to keep stopping.
You wanna be able to stop and open the door and just enjoy. I mean, yeah, it was really bad. I'm really disappointed. Oh, hold on a minute. Hey, in the chat. Here, can I borrow your glasses for a minute? I'm doing it again.
Have you got glasses with you?
I've got glasses, yeah, in the front, but... Hey, Josie or Yossi. Yossi? How are you guys? Yeah, just so... I don't know, it's just disappointing, you know. I was imagining somewhere, you know, on YouTube, you see these people, mind you, it's not in Ireland, okay? So, but still, you see these people pull up in a nice countryside or in nature, and they do these videos. I didn't even want to make videos, I just wanted to...
Yeah, but we could do that in Leitrim. We can
Yeah,
do
but
that
the
in
thing
our
is, we
area,
live
no
there.
problem. Yeah,
We live in a place like that.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to drive somewhere in Ireland, somewhere far away, and in Ireland, and just experience that, you know, in the van.
Experience something different.
Yeah, and
We
I've
experience
come to the conclusion, actually, that's where we live. Where we live is actually bloody nice and okay, you know.
beautiful.
Yeah, so which is obviously good to know, because I reckon we should go to the lake in Leitrim somewhere and just
We'll show you.
camp there, you know,
We'll show you.
in the van.
We'll do a live stream and show you.
Yeah, so
Next time we go. Or we're going to go to west of Ireland, right on the west coast. Along the west coast, it's supposed to be beautiful there.
Wild Atlantic Way.
Yeah, in Donegal and Mayo, and even our county, Leitrim, has got some coastline. So next weekend, we're going to go that way. It's the opposite way to where we are now. And just see what that's like.
Because this here is near Dublin, you know, and
Yeah, we're really near Dublin here, and it's just, I think it's too
it's too dense.
it's too dense. It's too many people and everything. All the land is owned and it's all used, and it's all, there is no, you know, places that are.
Hi, John.
Yeah.
Hi, John McGlynn
No.
and Jose Perez. How are you guys?
Yours. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be any places free where you can park. Maybe there is, I don't know. Maybe there's some public.
And hi,
parks or
Dusty and Leprechaun.
That's the electric.
Ah,
Yeah.
guys, I'm telling you, it's Saturday, and I guess I'm just having a drink in the van. Nice red wine. And just
nice
chilling.
red nose.
You have a red nose.
I'm just saying, just a joke.
Oh.
Nice
By the way,
red
this is our herbs up here. See our herbs from our garden.
Just make a cup of tea
Oh, yes, please. Can I have a cup of tea?
and a sandwich.
I haven't eaten anything all day. I've just before I started the live stream, I started
Corned
eating
beef salad.
corned beef salad. I don't know, corned beef salad? Is that any good, corned beef salad?
Yeah. It's only good, it's the best.
All he had is dinner down there, look.
You want a cup of tea as well, yeah?
Yes, please, yeah, a cup of tea. And I want to reset now. How do you reset after all this?
You just reset, don't you? Just have a cup of tea.
So, you know, van life, yeah, I don't know, maybe it was just a little bit of a bad experience. It wasn't even a bad experience,
No, it wasn't.
you know, considering what
It was
some
just
people go through.
I can understand. The guy was maybe. I can understand the guy because maybe he was a farmer that owned the place. Maybe he's had people there before, and you see a big white van turning up in an area where it's probably only local people that actually use those roads. Because it's the same where we live in Leitrim. We know all the people around us now. We know their cars. So if there's another car there, you look and you go, oh, who's that? So maybe that's what it was.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. He's just come over and he's just said, you know, he just wanted to see what we were doing. We could have been like stealing his cows or something.
Yeah. Anyway.
Throwing them in the back of the van. Are you going to drink this thing, am I? Because you're drinking wine as well.
No, only sipping on it.
Alright. Yeah, so you can't blame the guy for coming over and...
So anyway, guys, we've made a toilet. We put a toilet into our van. I need to show you. Actually, I need to show you later. Because I'm sitting on it. Well, I'm not sitting on the toilet.
We'll show you when we use it.
I'm sitting... Oh.
I'll show you when after this corned beef
Actually,
sandwich.
I've already used it. I've done a little one on there.
You better not have.
A little pee. I did earlier. I needed to. Don't worry. It's composting toilet. So, what we're gonna show you later. I just wanted to touch base with people and just get this off my chest. It's a beautiful day outside. We're just parked here somewhere, but we're not going to say where. Because there's some strange people out there who would come and visit us.
It's a great spot.
Yeah.
There we are.
And
we found a really good spot.
Just going to chill now. Later on, we're going to head down to the beach. We're going to take a walk with the dogs. Take some footage, maybe do a live stream. And then we're gonna move to our night place where we're gonna stay. But yeah, I'm feeling like really appreciative of having a house where I can. Does it look terrible? Does that sound terrible?
No,
but
I'm laughing because you said van life. Let's
Neil, put that in there, please. Yeah.
We're going to do van life. We're going to
Well,
live in a van.
yeah, I want to do van
I'm not
life.
gonna live in a van. You can go and travel around a little bit in a van, but I'm not going to live in a van. No chance. It's good fun to like, travel around.
Yeah, I wanted to live in a van because I have this dream of people getting on, you know.
No, you don't. You were just bored.
No, I wasn't bored.
You're bored with life, and you've seen van life, and you thought, wow,
I wasn't bored.
Amazing. On the beach, look at the places.
I don't even like the beach.
And then we travelled down there. And
My husband obviously doesn't know me.
And you realise.
First of all, I wasn't bored, and second,
sorry.
I don't like the beach. So.
Oh, no, I'm in trouble. I thought I knew you. I'm in big trouble now.
Yeah, I think it's a bit overrated, to be honest.
What, the beach?
No, van life.
I love the beach.
Who's that? Who's that noise?
That's Dolly trying to get out.
Yeah.
I love the beach. I absolutely love the beach.
Yeah, that's why we've been here now twice.
Wow, twice. I really do. Because we live in the countryside. So why are we going to go and camp in the countryside?
Because the
If we live in the
countryside is nice. I'm a countryside guy. Don't like the beach. You know why van life is overrated? Well, van life itself is not overrated. But
It's not really,
people
you know.
are so nosy.
Yeah,
You know?
we haven't been anywhere. It's only the second week that we've been.
Okay, to be fair, it's only been the second weekends, okay? But it just seems that people are really nosy.
I don't know.
And I mean, I don't even, maybe I should pay attention to things around me more. But when I'm in a town and there's vans there, I don't pay attention to the vans. Think, ooh, are they van lifers? Let me, make their life a misery. I don't know.
Nor did that guy. That guy was a farmer, and we were parked up.
I don't know if he was a farmer.
He probably was, and we were parked up outside his yard or his farm. And he's probably thinking, who's that in that big van? You know, you can't blame the man for that, really. He's come over to just say, no,
True.
You know, he could have been a bit more polite, but he wasn't. So, but he wasn't not polite. He was just.
So that's just our second week. And yeah, to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
And do we have to turn the lights off now, Neil? Because otherwise.
No, it'll be alright. It's alright.
Can I have cream in mine?
Oh. I put more sugar in that one.
It doesn't matter.
Alright, okay. Really nice.
Because I only drink tea with cream or soya milk, if I can help it.
Yeah, this is green.
So, yeah, that was a bit of a nightmare.
It wasn't really.
Well, why do I feel so down about it? I don't know.
Well, because someone's confronted you. And you feel like...
But it didn't even confront me.
Yes, but when someone confronts you like that, you feel like your pride pricks. It pricks your pride and you're like, oh, what are you saying to me? You know? I mean, I could have done the same.
Well, I was just annoyed that we can't even park on a official road, a public road, without having someone come up and say, what are you doing? Well, I'm fucking parked on a fucking public fucking road. I mean...
No swearing there.
But it's true though.
Yeah.
You know what you mean, what am I doing? I parked the car, I'm taking my dogs for a little walk, give them a little drink. I mean,
Yeah,
do you know a fucking...
He doesn't know that. He just sees a white van. He hasn't got a clue who's in it, what they're doing, until he comes over and asks. When he comes over and asks and he sees there's a woman and a man, you got your dog, and then he's like, oh, right, okay.
He was still the
It could have
same.
been a load of jippos trying to nick my machines. He might have had that before. He might have had whoever come in and stealing his machines and whatever. So you can't blame the man for really when you think about it.
I don't need so much cream.
There you go.
Thanks.
Have a cup of tea.
Yeah.
That's the only way you can reset is if you have a cup of tea.
It's very true.
Cup of tea. Cup of tea.
Cheers.
No.
Boy, that's sweet.
I told you, I put two sugars. I put two sugars in there.
Thank God it's stevia.
That's sweet as well, actually. That's good stuff, isn't it? I didn't realise.
Yeah, but anyway, we're going to be sleeping in the van again tonight. I'm hoping that other countries, or maybe even Galway and Mayo and even Cork, is going to be better. What is it?
Spoon, putting a shop in.
Oh. Yeah, I'm looking forward to going to the beach now. Just chilling and taking the dogs out because I've been driving for hours now. Mm. But the point I was trying to make actually when I started this live stream is I don't know, maybe people are different, other people think differently, but I thought, oh, you know, it's gonna be so idyllic, and it's actually really stressful, isn't it?
Mm.
It's stressful, and then you get a nice spot if you're lucky. Well, like I said, we're only here the second week, but I would assume that you have to be lucky as well to get a really nice spot, and then people take lots of pictures and do lots of videos about it, like it's, oh, this is my everyday life, and I don't think it is.
I reckon they have to. I reckon they have to find 10, 20 shitty spots before they find a good one.
Yeah.
That's just how it is. You might get lucky. You might get lucky and drive around the corner and think, oh, wow, look at this space there, you know. But that's just part of it, isn't it? It was stressful today because it was so hot and we didn't have a clue where we were going. Didn't have a clue. Driving around.
But you usually don't, do you? When you're driving
but we ended up on tiny little country roads with massive, huge, because they grow wheat and all that around here, and I don't know where they're.
Yeah, I mean the tractors around here.
The hay, and they're fucking huge.
They're like
things.
3 times the tractor size that we've got in our little Leitrim. Everything is just much more better in Leitrim and quaint. And here it's just shit. So no, it's not.
No, it's just.
No.
It is. And Leitrim is all cattle, so they don't. There's no.
I didn't realise just how chill.
There's no wheat. There's no vegetables.
Yeah, but I didn't realise just how chill it was in Leitrim.
Yeah. So the farmers just put the cows in the field and that's it.
Wow, it's just really, if you want to have a chill life, you need to move to Leitrim. Definitely.
Leitrim or Mayo or
I don't know about Mayo, but definitely Leitrim.
West of Wales. I'd say Donegal's the same. Donegal is supposed to be beautiful. Maybe definitely take a trip to Donegal.
Yeah. And we were going to go to New Grange today, or rather, you were near, weren't you?
Yeah, New Grange. But that was a nightmare as well. I think my cousin was saying it's the longest day today, so it would have been the solstice. So it would have been the best day to go because the sun shines into the actual New Grange itself. But you just couldn't get tickets. Can't get tickets. You can online, but it's like €18 a ticket to go into this, to go inside the thing. It's just like a little cave.
And we just like to buy the tickets by the door, like old school.
Yeah, pay on the door. But yeah, we were going to go there today. Too hot again. Just too many people there.
So that's another thing. If you've got dogs and you're van lifing, what are you doing with your dogs? Because you can't leave the dogs in the van.
Yeah. So you have to find places where you can bring dogs
and
as well.
We love our dogs, they're family. But there's times when you want to go to the shop and you want to get, go shopping for half an hour or even an hour. And you can't leave the dogs in the van, in a closed van.
No. In the
so,
winter it's not so bad.
What do you do? I was disillusioned.
You just have to put them in a trolley. Put them in a trolley and just put a hat on them and a pair of glasses and just hope no one notices. Just, you'll have old ladies coming up and go, oh, isn't he cute? He looks just like you. That's probably what they'd be saying. But, but yeah. But yeah, the beaches along the coast here. All my cousins are from this area, from Balbriggan and Swords and Dublin. My dad was from Dublin, and my mum was from Louth, from Meath. On the border of Louth and Meath. So all my cousins are all along here, Drogheda, Swords, Balbriggan, Dublin. So I used to come over here as a kid when I was every summer and every Christmas we'd come over to my mum's family, and sometimes we'd see my dad's family, but mostly to my mum's family in Drogheda and around the area. So I sort of know the area.
I think we should go down the beach.
But it's got a lot busier.
We should go down the beach now, take the dogs out. They want to go for a walk.
Yeah.
and I don't know.
Yeah, good
Somehow I
photos.
just wish I was at home now. I don't know.
Stop it. I'm quite happy to go down to the beach.
I don't know.
I want to go down to the beach. Let's go down
You know,
the
I
beach.
miss my little garden, my little field at the back. Basically, that's what I wanted in the van.
And I'm married to her. I'm married to her.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, what?
What's wrong with that?
Well,
What's-
one minute you wanted a van life, next minute you wanted that. Next minute,
Well,
I'm happy with my little house. I know.
No, what I'm saying is, you know, I could sit outside in the garden now.
Well, we are. We're all, we've
I thought we could just go and pull up in the forest somewhere, like we can do in Leitrim, like we can do in Germany, like we can do in France even.
No, you know you can't do that in this area.
But you can't do it here, and that's
Just
so
in this area.
disappointing.
It's just this area. Because
Yeah, this area. I mean,
because it's
maybe,
full.
you know, this time next year, we know exactly why you can't do it here. There's obviously a reason why you can't do it here.
I think the reason is because we're right near Dublin, so there's everybody wants to be near Dublin. That's the centre of Ireland. Everyone goes on about Dublin. Whenever you listen to the news, it's Dublin, Dublin, Dublin. So everybody wants to be near the centre. It's where the work is. It's where the money is, and so that's why there's so many people here. But then you can go down south. You go down to Limerick and Cork, and that's tourist. All the tourists are there. That's why that's full. And I reckon if we went down that way, we'd have the same problem, because there'd be a lot of people trying to do the same thing in their van and go on the beach and get the photos and get the things for the YouTube and all the rest of it. You know, that's just how it is. So I reckon we should go west, go on the Wild Atlantic Way and go Donegal and come down Donegal and then Mayo. And
Yeah,
Leitrim,
definitely stay west.
Leitrim and Galway and Clare and all along there. You know, I say Clare and all there, you've got the Cliffs of Mourne and all that, so that's quite touristy. But I bet you any money you'll get spots along there, no problem.
Basically, we go there where the tourists don't go. We're going to be going there where...
Well,
yeah.
the tourists do go there, but not that many. Not as many as down in southern, in Cork and Tipperary and Wexford and all down there, and Kerry. You know, the Ring of Kerry, and it's all famous, you know, Bantry Bay and...
Yeah, it's just spoiled it. I don't know. It wasn't even the guy, to be honest. It wasn't even the man here. It wasn't.
It's
It
just
was.
not finding someone.
It was. Yeah, not being able to actually find a really nice spot and just relax and camp. You would have to go into a camping park, and even the camping parks. Okay, listen to this. No commercial vans allowed, or no tents. No, I mean, there was lots of no's, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And afterwards, after I've read all the no's, I was like, okay, fuck this, I'm not doing that.
What
I'm going home.
what have you put on there?
I'm going home. I've had enough of van life. 2 weeks now, and I'm not liking the second week. Really loved the first week, but not the second
No, I think
one.
it's because we didn't find the woodland you had in your mind. You had this idea, oh, we're going to stay in, oh, it's going to be great, and fairies, and you know, and we didn't find it. There, it was so tightly packed. You couldn't even park the van at the side of the road. There was nowhere to even park the van if you wanted to pull up.
And on top of that, my legs are swollen because I've been sitting in the van for so long.
I wish I was just moaning about it.
Yeah, I want to have a moan about
But
it.
it's
because
van life. Great. Get yourself a van. Throw a mattress in the back.
Well, whether you throw a mattress in the back or whether you've got it all built, doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah.
Still going to be the same.
I don't know. Well, no, it doesn't. It does matter because if you insulate it and all that, it's not going to be as warm as it is now. The van's not insulated. We've just thrown a mattress in the back and
But you would still not be able to let the dog leave the dogs in the van.
Well, you'd be surprised because the insulation it keeps the heat in, but it also keeps the heat out. That's why fridges are insulated. You know, as well. It's to keep the cold in.
Okay.
So it keeps the heat out, and you keep the doors closed, and it's a lot cooler.
So now I've got swollen legs and
of seagulls. I love that.
Swollen toes as well, feet. Oh.
I'm not doing that.
Are we going down the beach then, or?
No, I'm going to get right down here and have a biscuit. And finish my tea. And is the battery on the phone dead? Because I wanted to watch that tonight. Is it?
Battery on the phone?
Yeah.
No, I've got it in my hand.
How much battery you got?
Loads.
Really?
I don't know what's happened there. Got disconnected. Then someone called. I don't know who called. There was no name on it. So yeah, guys, I don't know. I'm not feeling it. Not feeling it. Why? What is it?
I thought she was packing her car with shopping. She's fucking hovering there.
See, we've got another one hovering around. What is she doing? Let me show you guys. Wait. I haven't seen it yet. You see her? I don't know, is she on the phone? What's she doing here? Sorry.
Wow.
I've had enough of van life.
No. I love it. I want to live in a van. Eat biscuits all day.
Is she still there? Good boy, Ollie.
Lie down.
You go and get him.
Lie down.
Super cute, Ollie. You're very good. Yes, you are very good. Good boy. Go and tell him off. Anyway, guys, I think that's it for me. That's it from me, rather. And we're heading down the beach. If I've got any internet, I'm going to do a live down there. But I could go home now, really. What about you, Neil?
No, I'm going to go on the beach.
But after the beach.
No, I'm going to crash out. Have a beer. Gonna have a beer, watch a bit of Vanlife.
Take the pinky out of me now.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I don't know. So, I'll see you later, guys.